What is happening, Magnus? So, Paramount's like, we out. We leaving California. This is some interesting news. It says here, David Ellison reportedly sets October 1st deadline to move Paramount out of California over Warner Bros. Lawsuit. Is Warner Bros. Lawsuit going on? What the hell is going on here? The escalating battle over Paramount Skydance's proposed acquisition of Warner Bros. Discovery may now threaten something much larger than the merger itself. Hollywood's century-old position as the center of American entertainment industry. Paramount CEO David Ellison has reportedly told his top executives that he is prepared to move the company out of California if the state's Attorney General Rob Bonta refuses to negotiate a settlement in the lawsuit seeking to block Paramount's roughly $110 billion Warner Bros. Discovery acquisition. I thought that this was over with. I thought everything was moving forward. I could have swore I saw that the other day. No, you know what? I did see that the other day, and then I saw that there was another problem. And this was probably it. I never circled back to it. I see so much stuff. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like I try to cover it all, but sometimes I just don't get a chance to, or I forget. Even if I forget sometimes. I got to start writing notes now. And according to the bombshell new report from Puck News, Ellison has put an actual date on the threat. Wow. Balani, or I guess it's Balani. It could be baloney. He doesn't stand for baloney. Where's that from? Yeah. You're showing your age if you know, too. Reports that Ellison recently gathered Paramount 12-member executive leadership team for a meeting on the Paramount lot, where the CEO laid out what would become of the most consequential corporate relocations in Hollywood history. That is wild. That is wild. Now I know they don't want him to leave. According to two people, Balani says have direct knowledge of the meeting. Ellison told the executives that Paramount Skydance would relocate to Tennessee. I know some people out there. Texas, Tennessee, and to Tennessee, Texas, told the executives that Paramount Skydance would Georgia, okay, or potentially another state. I don't know why I was reading that like that. If Bonta does not come to negotiating table. Interesting. Wow. Well, even more significantly, Ellison reportedly said Paramount's board has already signed off on the move. So they like, yo, we getting this done. With or without you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to play around? That transforms what previously sounded like political pressure into something considerably more concrete. Ellison reportedly remains confident that Paramount will ultimately prevail against the lawsuit brought by California and 11 other states attempting to stop the Warner Bros. Transaction. California Attorney General Rob Bonta officially led the coalition of 12 Democrat attorney general, in filing the antitrust lawsuit last month, arguing that the transaction would reduce competition in the entertainment industry. The Federal Justice Department, meanwhile, had already cleared the merger. But Ellison reportedly told Paramount leadership that if the dispute is not resolved by October 1st, the company will begin the process of leaving California. The significance of that date isn't arbitrary. Beginning after September 30th, Paramount is expected to owe Warner Bros. Discovery shareholders approximately $650 million per quarter, commonly described as roughly $7 million per day. I remember hearing about that. While the deal remains unfinished, the federal judge recently scheduled the antitrust trial to begin March 2nd, 2027, potentially leaving Paramount responsible for more than $1 billion in additional payments before the case is resolved. And if Warner Bros. Transaction ultimately collapses, Paramount would face a staggering $7 billion termination fee. Yeah, they trying to get this done. Those numbers dramatically change the economics of the standoff. According to Belani, Ellison told executives that rather than responding to those costs by slashing content, spending, or restructuring the company, relocation represents another option. Yeah. So a lot of people would be uprooted. They would have to leave California if they wanted to follow their job. That does happen. I mean, that's like a normal thing. Companies do uproot, and a lot of people do move with the company, especially if they have a long career with them. It says here, Paramount could move thousands of jobs out of California. This wouldn't simply mean changing the address of Paramount's corporate headquarters. Belani reports that Ellison is developing a 5-year plan under which the company's headquarters would move first, followed eventually by most studio jobs. Paramount would apparently maintain a creative presence in Hollywood because of the enormous concentration of actors, filmmakers, and agencies, production companies, vendors, and other entertainment infrastructure in Southern California. But executives and business operations could be moved elsewhere, and the political scale becomes extraordinary if Paramount completes its Warner Bros. Acquisition. Ellison reportedly referenced approximately 30,000 jobs connected to the combined company while discussing his preference to keep Warner Mount headquartered in Southern California. So he wants to keep it there. They're playing with the man. Losing even a substantial portion of those positions would represent an enormous blow to an entertainment economy that has already been battered by declining local production. Yeah, well, y'all been playing around. Y'all been effing up all the movies. They trying to get this merger done. And y'all let Disney acquire everything under the damn sun, and y'all giving them problems about it. Okay, so let them do the merger. Stop playing. It would also create a potentially devastating precedent. Hollywood has watched productions steadily migrate to states and countries offering better tax incentives. That's true. Lower costs for years. Yeah, I remember hearing years ago about how Georgia, like Georgia, moving the actual corporate infrastructure of one of Hollywood's legacy studios would be something else entirely. And he sees $500 million in tax savings by relocating. Yeah, that's a lot of money there to save. All right. Well, this goes on and on and on and on and on and on. See, I'm still scrolling and on. I just got to the end of it. So you guys want to read the rest of this? The link will be in the description box. This is interesting. We'll see what happens. I just want to get it done, start making good movies, and hashtag restore the Snyderverse. 10 million subscribers. Woo!